one drop fast. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Hello, Wagwan. I the nuclear family, hey master, one up fully. A one-time records, a 592, we think them. Hello, Wagwan.
Hey yo, my G, where you from?
Guyana.
Ghana?
No, Guyana.
Yeah.
Hello, Wagwan.
Yeah.
I came from a land, it have many water, many great sons and many daughter. And we have the land, yo, where many ask for, we never see Katrina, nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city, girl born in gold dust, so we show them pretty. The man full of faith, me nah know none was slippy. Guyana, me say big up on no city, cause this is the dear land of the free, land of the many waters, resources and trees, land of the rivers and seas. I proud, Phoebe, Guyanese, land of the Amerindians, the Africans, the East Indians, and Portuguese, not to mention the Europeans and the Chinese. Them feel blessed from Guyana, this breeze. Cause enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Alright, 1, 2, mic check. View from gravity, are the nicest. Match time, my city, are the hypest. We see them gyal wind up in a some liquor tight dress. We are hustle from morning till night catch. Them finno Guyanese, get a youth not like rest. House and car, them finno we like press. Check the bank line them, we not like check. We got gold and diamond, them think priceless. Timber bauxite, then check the aisle next. GDF, Miami is the finest. I mean I talk about the sugar, nah the rice yet. So a Marshall, I drop the Guyanese bomb. For feed the nation, that's the Guyanese plan. Big up a kilo, them with them Guyanese land. Guyana, that's where them Guyanese from. People tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop fast. Plus we have the longest floating.
Wake up, the day is bright, and I feel the blue. Turn your dial for your vibe, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bring your vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. To the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects, it's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Oh, Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. the spot. Every morning lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Wake up, the day is bright, and I feel the blue. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Livewire with yours truly. It is the 17th of December, 2025. Thank you for joining me for yet another episode. I trust everybody's having a wonderful morning, wherever you're joining us from. Morning to the person joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Morning to the persons joining us across the diaspora. Especially good morning to the persons in the comment section. Thank you for being here for yet another episode. Guys, please remember, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please go over there and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're on Facebook, please follow the pages Livewire News, Livewire TV, and also please give us a share. It helps us to get our content out there, and you know, it's information for nation building. Anyway, this morning I would have this morning I posted on social media asking persons to highlight what they wanted to talk about this morning and what you guys want to talk about this morning. We got a couple of response comments, and we'll jump into that and then see how the rest of the morning goes. Right. So which page is this? Oh, so this is a new page. We pull it up on screen. 5 p.m. today, guys. 5 p.m. today, we'll be hearing from His Excellency. Right. So this is a new page that we started. As you can see, just 968 followers here. And I didn't even put this on screen. Sorry. Yeah. So we started this page because we were blocked just the other day, and we were unable to have any access to Facebook. So this is the backup page. If you're joining us and you don't have this page, you could follow this page as a fallback to when Facebook decides to sanction us or somebody complain on us for something that we can't handle, or we don't know about, right? So let's see. Pamela Gopi, Suknanan. Good morning. Have an exciting day. Looking forward to your show. Please comment on the crazy auntie and the woman that got a lot of videos out. If she was in any other country, she would have been in the mental health, I think she's in the mental health facility already. All right. Well, first up, I think Pamela's talking about Annie. Right? Annie Kemraj. No, listen. Oh boy. Any situation a little technical, because based on what the last information I heard in relation to that from a usually credible source is that indeed Annie has some kind of mental problem, and Annie's either I think they said her grandmother would have recently passed, and due to that, um, it may have triggered a mental episode for Annie. Now, understand this. Based on what the person told me, the gentleman who we see in the videos sometimes, why don't you, Ronald? This man getting so old, he just type in full stops in the comment section. But anyway, so the gentleman that you see in the video with Annie, based on what the source told me, this guy has some sort of custody over Annie right now. Right? Based on what the source said. I haven't seen any court documents or anything like that, but based on the information the person gave me, there was some assessment done on Annie, and some sort of determination was made that she may not be in the best frame of mind to look over her interests. And the gentleman, I think it's her partner or something, that gentleman allegedly has been placed in custody over Annie. Right? Now, whilst Annie may have mental problems, Annie can't go around destroying people's stuff. Right? So I saw a video of her and some canter guy had some problem. Then I saw a video of her breaking up a vehicle in their yard. I don't know if it's Annie's vehicle. I don't know if it's the man's vehicle. I don't know if it's some vehicle attached to some auto sit. I don't know. But apparently Annie was arrested again, and they're dealing with her with that. I did see on the other profiles, and I just deal everything with Annie one time and done. Somebody asked why. Let me go over there and see exactly what was said. Somebody asked why the police was calling her auntie or something like that. Let me make sure. Just a second. Right here. Let me see. Right. So Hemendra Ramdat wanted to know, why are the police calling an old granny auntie? No, listen. In Guyana, I don't know how it come about, but usually respectful young people, when addressing somebody older than them that they might not know their name or might not want to call their name, might not want to call their name, but still wants to address them or draw their attention in a respectful manner, would usually say auntie or uncle. Auntie, come the man, come decide for something, Jam. Auntie, look at thing for long. Uncle, watch you. You understand? Jesus. That had rage Annie. That got Annie really vexed, and Annie decided to lash out. So I don't think the policewoman was being disrespectful. It was just probably at the time she may not have known her name or remembered her name. So she just beckoned her by saying auntie. And that led to a whole other situation. Again, we need to have more focus placed on mental health. Not everybody is able to cope with the things that they're dealing with, and sometimes it causes them to have a breakdown or to lash out or something. And we need to have a little more focus on mental health. It's not something that we could look at anymore and say, it's a first world thing, or it's an American thing, or let's be honest. Some people might say it's a white people thing, right? But we all have things we deal with. Not all of us are able to cope, and I do hope that some more emphasis is placed on mental health awareness, and have we need to have more psychologists here so that persons can seek help. You could be healthy in body, but your mind is tormented, and that could probably be the situation with Annie. Annie has so much, probably may have so many traumatic experiences in her past, and she just doesn't know how to cope with it, and this is the result. So, um, whilst some people may find it funny, and I would admit I ain't trying to play this big righteous person. A lot of the videos when I saw them, I was cracking up because I was like, man, Annie is a character. I did see the video when the police called her auntie and she abused the lady and go inside, right? It's not funny, and we need to have a way of dealing with these persons suffering from mental health illnesses. There are facilities available. There is some treatment available, but I feel like they need to more needs to be done, um, so that we could better be able to deal with these situations when they arise. Right? Anyway, the last one from over here. Um, mm, Over here on the new page. Good morning, Courdel. Please highlight a murder for me. My nephew was murdered the 24th of November, 2025, by his child mother, uncle, in Supply, Mahaika. He's on the run. And Mahaika police said they don't have no updates. His name is Ramnarain Prasad. And my nephew's name is Ray Shiraj. Thank you. Lynette, condolences to you on losing your nephew. Just let me check the police group to see if they got like a bulletin for anybody in that name. What's that? Red Road. Fatal accident. I didn't see nothing in here. I didn't see nothing in here. I didn't see nothing in here in relation to that. So what I'll do, I'll raise it in the police group after the live, requesting a update on the investigation from the press and not the press and publicity unit of the police force, corporate communications unit from the guy in the police force. And I'll try my best to get an update for you, and I'll send it to you via inbox message. Right? Lynette, I'll get an update for you as to where they are in terms of locating the alleged perpetrator. Right? Anyway, back over to the main page here. We got quite some comments here. Let's see what people want to talk about this morning. So let's talk about Muhammad. Muhammad is delusional by saying from young days to now he's been called the president. Facts. Okay, yeah, they're crazy. Clinton gave the perfect response. He's the president if he believes it. If delusion was a person, it would have been this guy. He could listen. Anybody could say they feel like they're this person now is calling on private. Call back, not on private, and I'll take the call. Right? He can say what he wants, but it's a free country. Right? Once it's not treasonous and inciting violence or anything like that, he could say we want. You know, don't worry with that. No worry with that. Pam Singh, the road rage continues and the third lane still being used. So on the road rage note, let me go over to this here. So I saw this last evening and I was like, no, I understand that some truck drivers on the road, they're reckless. They're reckless. Some of them, no, it's not here. They're reckless. But for me, sorry, I'm trying to locate the video for y'all. For me, you see taxi drivers and bus drivers, they in a whole different category, right? They're in a whole different category. Because I see taxi and bus operators doing the most foolishness on the public roads. It's ridiculous, right? It's absolutely ridiculous. And then when they get into a problem, they're wrong and strong. What is this? Right? So, okay, so here's the video.
All right, people.
Look at this madness here. Look at this madness here. I hope that this truck man, take this to the full extent, right? So this happens. So I don't know where the location is. But based on what we're hearing, the car is overtaking from the outside, cuts in front of the truck jammy, and the car man vex. So you see where the car is? Let me pull the video up a little bit. Right? So look at this madness. And then he come into, oh no, this is, okay. Oh no, what am I doing? Right? So he come into play, he fighting people. I can't zoom this thing in. Can't zoom. I would have to download this video. But look at where his car is on the left. Right? Look where the white car is. That's not a lane. That's not a lane. So imagine you overtaking on the outside, cause an accident. And then look what happened after. So the car man vex, he car get jammed after he driving like an idiot. Come out of the car and confronting the truck man who doing the right thing. He in the road, driving in his carriage, where he going? Look at this. Look now, he want to fight this man. I hope the police really get involved in this stupidness and charge him. You assault this man after you driving reckless on the road. And you know something? It's only by the man's small size, so he feel he could show off himself, Right? It's only because the truck driver small size, so he feel he could show off himself. Imagine you wrong. You have no reason to be there. Not the truck driver to take out a span or something, lash in the head and he fall down the dead now. Wrong and strong. Look, listen. Sometimes I'm glad I don't run into certain people. because I don't know how the car would have shared it. I don't know how the car would have shared it. That's my one thing, if I wrong, I can tell you I wrong and I sorry. But once I am right, I got a big issue of letting go of me right. You understand me? That's my major issue. This wouldn't be a problem with me on the road. Anytime I was a truck driver. So I hope the guy in the police force looks into this and takes some action. You understand? You can't assault a man like that on the road. It's an accident that you caused more so. You caused. Why? That's how people end up dead, That's how people end up dead. If the truck driver had a blade or something in his waist or something like that and ended up stabbing you up, end up stabbing you up or something. Honestly, I don't know what to say with them sometimes, really and truly. Really and truly. Some people, honestly, on the road looking for a problem. Really looking for a problem. Now, watch this other bit of craziness here. I don't know what happening on the roads these days. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to call it. If people look at this one here. This is just who are these people? Who are these people? Right? Who are these people? Honestly, how do you end up there? Oh boy, it's crazy, crazy. It's getting crazy on the roadways, I should say. It's getting crazy on the roadways. Excuse me. Look at another perfect instance, and then you can hear that the truck drivers are the worst, who are worst.
Look at this by there, look. Trying to bore me, look. That
The truck in the line, the driver come on the outside and sticky way. And if the truck man roll up and jam, you're gonna come out and want to fight it. Look right here. Watch them there in the third lane. Look them there in the third lane. Listen, I got bad habits too, bad driving habits. But honestly, I don't know, like, I don't understand what some Guyanese would do, and more so taxi drivers and bus drivers. Yesterday, literally, so I went to get some breakfast before the show yesterday morning. Getting some terrible heartburn. I went to get some breakfast before the show yesterday morning, and I'm riding the bike and I'm about to turn left at a junction. A car in front of me, he turned before me. Osman, he's already in the left turn in the junction. He's already turned. Stop in the middle, stop in the lane, because it's a left lane, right lane. Stop in the lane to pick up a passenger. They got a whole space on the side of the road where he could have pulled off. He could have pulled off halfway so the car could have go wrong. Traffic could have keep moving. In the road, directly in the road, stop. And you gotta wait till he conductor ask where the person going. They decide they want jump in. The bus, however fast they want jump in. Then close the door. Then plus if you blow on when the door closed, you gonna wait a little bit before he drive. Because who's you? I mean, I don't understand it. And it's something that you could see almost every day. Every single day. You understand? they got another phenomenon in this country. So they're gonna have a business, and that business realize, well, I got customers coming here with cars. So I may need to provide parking for my customers, right? Now you will go to like a grocery store, not them local not Massey or Matthias or Andrews, not them local supermarkets. If you go to a Chinese supermarket, you go to like not a supermarket, but regular business that got parking. They got some people who would pull up at that business, see that the parking horizontal, right? And they would go and park vertically across 3 parking spots. Just pull in and park there. Block off 3 spots alone. Nobody else can come in and park. Right? Nobody else can come in and park. And I mean, it is driving me crazy because it's like totally, they ain't considering anybody else. Nobody else. Nobody in K. You understand? They got people who just park. They think they're parking on the parapet off the road. But if you look at the wheel and you're on the road. You're literally on the road. You understand me? The parapet thing got space here to fit. So you just put half or 3/4 of the vehicle on the parapet and the other quarter on the road. Whoever got drive wrong. I don't know how we plan to adjust the culture so that we are more receptive and responsive to the rule of law here, especially with minor things. It's the smallest things we don't care about, But yeah, Pam Singh wanted us to talk about the road rage. And indeed, it seems like it's getting out of control, right? I'm suggesting that everybody who has any issues in terms of traffic, right? Accident or anything, y'all please go to the police station. Please go to the police station. Don't decide to deal with it on your own and sort it out. If you and the person come to an agreement in terms of who fix who vehicle and things, fine. But don't be upset to the point where this person keep calling on private. Stop calling on private, please. I'm not going to take the call. Right? Right. So that was Pam Singh. Let's see about old time Christmas in Guyana. The Vina Ram. This is not the kind of show. The Vina want to know about old time Christmas. Do y'all miss the old time Christmas in Guyana? Carla, good morning.
I see somebody talking about his girl fans. I mean, I feel for you. But you know what happened? Any female that follow Muhammad won't end up just like that. Trust me. There is a trend going on. I don't know what Muhammad doing to female is. But any female following Muhammad.
I think I caught the hold on. Sorry there. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, any female that following Muhammad will end up like that. Trust me. If you look at their Facebook post when he comes with a quote, you see one of them out at the right? The thing going in the brain. Is a porridge making and giving them so the thing walking up in the brain. There's nothing wrong with any delirious or something. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then they go blame the society now that the society not take care of mental people. It's not mad, they're mad. His mom had got him so. It's a parity giving them for drink. Trust me, my brother. Take care.
All right, brother. Thanks. Yeah. Man, share your opinion. Right. Yeah. Let me see what I said in the comment section. Y'all miss old time guys Christmas. What? Or I should ask. Tell me what's the difference between Christmas then and Christmas now? I remember all the same food, all the same food. You know. It's much more modernized now, but I don't see much of a difference. I don't really celebrate Christmas since the passing of my mom, so I may have be missing something that that you guys are seeing. So let me know, do you think um Christmas is different from, I guess, when some of the persons were in the diaspora were here? Or let me know. Let me see in the comment section. I'll put the comments on the screen so you guys can see what's going on there as well in the comment section. Right? So that was from jeez. Yeah, so that was from Davina Ram, Tulsi Ram Chetty, the bridge. I saw something about that. Right. So I did see a post from the VPAC guy talking about some waves on the bridge. And I did see a response from Minister Edgel as well. Let's see Mongolians problems. I did see a response from Minister Edgel as well in relation to that. Let's check it out and see what's going on. Ministry of Public Works. Oh, so yeah, the minister's right here.
Last 48 hours
Let's see
or
what he
so,
has to say.
last 48 hours or so, there have been a lot of traffic on social media concerning issues of the bridge. While I've had my project engineers, the contractor and the consultant examine what was reported, and we will issue a written response to that claim. I'm here in person to make sure I am satisfied that the explanations that I've been given are accurate, and we must be able to also ascertain if what was said in that social media post is correct. First point, where I'm standing here, where you are seeing this defect in the asphaltic work, it is not even the bridge. This is the road to the bridge. So, to put everybody's mind at ease, number one, this is not the bridge. This is the road to the bridge. And this would appear that there have been some, what would we say here, Ron? Movement in the asphalt? Yeah, movement in the asphalt. Movement in the asphalt. And this is something that will have to be corrected. And like I want to say for emphasis, this is not the bridge. Now, from my own knowledge, and I have my head of the work services group with me, the bridge is a concrete bridge. And when that bridge was finished casting and putting in the girders with concrete, then we put asphalt on the bridge. So if there's some raveling of asphalt, it does not mean the bridge is failing. In construction and in building of roads, this is not unusual. This is something that lasts 48 hours or so.
Right. So I hope that brings some clarity to persons who may have had any misconceptions on what's going on at the Barjagio Demerara River Crossing Bridge, right? The Minister of Public Works was out there to assess what was going on. And they got a bunch of mischief makers out there. So take, for instance, this guy, Stephen Vickery, right? He's complaining about some road at the back of Diamond, and the minister had to cancel the contract and this and that and all kind of thing. And they got no oversight and there's no accountability. If the minister went and canceled a contract as he put it, isn't that oversight and accountability? If the contract isn't working or the contractor mess up the contract, what happened? What happened? A lady jumps under his post and says, all of the government projects got some problem or some foolishness to that, sir. So I'm asking for what statistics you looking at to come up with this? You're trying to tell me every single project, every single contract in this country got a problem? And you know something? The sad part about it, you will not hear from certain sections of the opposition, whether it be APNU, WIN. I keep going to say FC, but I keep forgetting they're not dead. Deaded. Right? You will not hear from any one of these persons when a government project is finished on time. It lasts the specifications. You're not going to hear from them. So they will not go into Amelia's ward and show you all the roads that were built in there, good quality that people driving on. Right? They can heap and holler over a little bridge that Ganeshman, he Paul measuring to see if it's wide and deep like he canal. You understand? That's what they're going to check for. So I am saying to these persons who are claiming all this widespread corruption, all these government projects going so badly, do a study and give us the percentage. Out of all the government projects in this country, what percent of them get canceled, got some issue? You understand me? And like I told Stephen earlier, it's unfair for you to put out information without you giving people context, right? Contractors don't get contracts just like that. You don't get a contract just like that. After the whole bidding process is done and whatnot, when you're signing that contract, your contract includes in it performance bond, advance payment guarantees, mobilization people's about. You understand? Retention sums and recovery and penalty clauses. So it's not a case where Courdel bid for a contract to build the extension of Heroes Highway to Tamiri. 2 months into the contract, Courdel can't do the work. Right? It's not that the mobilization given to Courdel is just up in the air and they got to go and find a new set of money to go and give a... Listen, Courdel now has clauses in the contract that will kick in. So the performance bond that Courdel would have to lodge, a check you would have to lodge, that automatically get taken. The retention sum, use retention sum. So Courdel get that extension to do. He bill it, right? He bill it from Diamond to Tamir. He bill the Hero Highway extension. Finish it, mark up the road, hand over to the ministry. He done the work. Courdel can't collect his money at least 3 to 4 months down the line after that finish date where he hands over. Courdel can't collect the rest of his money. You know why? Because there's a period, like a defects period. So after you're finished and you say, look, Mr. Minister, the contract engineer, I finished this work, there's a 3 to 4 month period where the work just got to sit there. And people come in and check it every other day or every week or checking it to see if this break, this holding up, what going on. And if anything is out of place, the contractor has to now come back and fix whatever problem is there. So when Stephen Vickery is trying to make people believe, oh, they're just switching contractors and it's the money wasted, accountability, foolishness. It's foolishness. No, those things that I just told you, performance bond, advance payment guarantee, retention sum, recovery, and penalty clauses. These exist specifically to protect public funds when underperformance occurs. That is the purpose of having those things there. But Stephen Vickery will not tell you that. And then got the nerve to tell me I bias, like he ain't bias himself too. Like he ain't bias himself too. So only persons who have a negative outlook on the government and what's happening in Guyana are the credible sources. Anybody who said anything going on prop in the country and can give you examples, you're not credible, you're biased, you're one-sided. That's the foolishness you get from some of them. And imagine, the fugitive offender is turning to tell me I am not a journalist. When you got people like Stephen Vickery who only know one side of the coin, and then telling people, literal, like I tell y'all yesterday, classic case of pot telling the kettle your bottom is black. Foolishness. Foolishness. Anyway, what with these people? They just send me off on a whole nother tangent. You understand? So what you saw there was the minister doing a site visit at the Harbor Bridge there, Demerara Harbor Bridge. You understand? Yeah. So, like I was saying, back to cricket. So, the last one was Tulsi Ramchetty. I saw something happening at the Harbor Bridge. Let me see, who else we got here? Yeah, well, Lynette, we do your thing. We do your thing there. Anthony Charles want to talk about the ex. Bro, I don't know what's going on with your ex. I don't know what's going on. Probably you should tell us in the comment section, Anthony. Anthony Cheeks, I should say, sorry. Prince, anything except who's this Baba? Anything except cash grant? What? You know, there's a Guyanese who got the act together and going out looking for it. He looking for handouts. Right? Selma want to discuss cash grants though. Selma, listen to me, right? Now, if you remember on the campaign trail, Prime Minister Mark Phillips, they said next year is the next cash grant, right? Next year. Then the president come after, he said, if we behave, you can get the cash grant. You can get the cash grant. Not a soul is how much the cash grant was. Right? Not a soul. Not the president, not the vice president, not the prime minister. Nobody is put a dollar value to the cash grant to say, well, it's this amount you get in, that amount, nothing. Right? Now, President Ali hinted at a cash grant for the holidays if we behave. Now, with all of them accidents on the road, street brawl, people fighting all over the place, all the shootings them that going on, the people who fighting with the police, domestic violence incidents, all them people who buying them license to the president about to expose very soon, very shortly. All them people who speeding down the roads Y'all think it's y'all cause we not to get this cash grant? All them people out who on Hero Highway in the third lane doing stupidness, y'all want cash grant and you're behaving? Eh? You're behaving? The people who did that super bet, the Guyanese villain cussing you up, cussing out people on Facebook all day. And y'all, that's good behavior? Eh? Y'all think that is good behavior? Think about it. Y'all think about it, right? Have we been, as Guyanese, operating properly? No, we're not our brother's keepers. Nevertheless, we'll hear from the president at 5 p.m. today. Make sure you tune into that broadcast, and we will be bringing that to you live, courtesy of Livewire News. Guys, I am out of here for today. See you here tomorrow, same time, same place, where we jump back into some serious issues in politics and news here in Guyana. Thank you for all the suggestions in terms of what you guys wanted to hear about this morning. We probably need to do that again another time, to give you guys some control of what the content is coming out there to you. I hope I was able to provide some answers to persons who are unclear on anything, especially with the Barajagyo Demerara River Bridge crossing there to debunk and remove all rumors of this cracking and nonsense, being put out by certain entities, agencies, and opposition figures. Right? See you here tomorrow, same time, same place. And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about...
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when